that match.
Yeah, Mark Weavill is one of those people. He's been a professional kitman for rugby league clubs around the country, as well as the England squad, and has recently worked with the Jamaican team in the Rugby World Cup. Mark, a very good morning to you.
Good morning, Rosie. Good morning, Paul. Thank you.
Now, talk to us about your personal condition, because for many people it would have been a challenge which meant they didn't pursue what they wanted to do. You lost both of your legs to a bone condition. That hasn't stopped you pursuing what you wanted to do.
No, it hasn't. Obviously it took quite a while for that to happen. I was late 20s when that sort of started, and unfortunately I had a bone disease called osteomyelitis, and that then led eventually to, firstly, my left leg being amputated below knee, 2001, where I was working at Huddersfield Giants, and then following that, the right leg had to be amputated in 2004. Where I was still working in the game, and was fortunate enough to go back to the Giants in 2004.
To have that life-changing condition must have been incredibly difficult for you. You must be so proud to have achieved what you have since then.
Yeah, looking back on especially what's happened this last 3 weeks and being with Jamaica and having that opportunity, I mean, it sort of comes back in your mind, and you really do think about how well you've done. And I know that there's a lot of people out there, and I've had a lot of support from the clubs and from players and amateur clubs where I'm involved at News and Panthers at Huddersfield, and that sort of helped me in the last 2 or 3 years where we've had COVID. And I got made redundant from the Rugby Union Club in 2020 at Yorkshire Carnegie in Leeds. And I got asked to go and help them, and I went there, and it sort of helped my mental health to get back into doing something. But yeah, I mean, I've been fortunate really that when things have happened, I've tended to be positive and found a positive out of most of the things. And but I just came into the job, and from the very beginning, I just love what I do. Absolutely love it.
You've talked about sort of the impact on your own mental health, but being positive and being a sort of very trusted member of the team is such an integral part of what you're doing. How do you foster that relationship with the team?
I think really I've learned over the years, and you're always learning, because going into Jamaica, although I did know some of the lads previously, you have to get to know them individually and their little traits and their little things, and try and provide for them as best you can, because that's what I want to do for the job, to provide for everybody to be able to do exactly what they want and get out there and be at the best before they even start. But I think some of it is I've always been positive, and I can show that and support people when they're injured and when they're struggling, because I've been through that. But it's just a case of some of the things that I've done, and the way I am is that I sort of throw the humour in, before we start. I can talk about me and we have a bit of a laugh, and I think it inspires them. And fortunately, when I went to Leeds and after Huddersfield, I'm getting selected to do these jobs then, because I feel like I'm the best, if not one of the best, in this role. I got picked for England in 2006 because they wanted me, and I was good at the job. I should have gone to Australia with Great Britain, but I'd had a kidney transplant and I couldn't go out of the country for 12 months. So therefore, when I look back, I can turn that into a positive, because Great Britain didn't win the test, but England won the Federation Shield in 2006 with Paul Cullen, so I came away with a medal. Although some people might say, well, a trip to Australia would have been fantastic.
Yeah, but you've achieved so much, Mark, and the kitman is such an unsung role. It's so important. It's at so many clubs, not just at the elite level where you've helped out, but also at the grassroots level. Just finally, before we let you go, how do you think England are getting on in the Rugby League World Cup? They've got a quarter-final against Papua New Guinea to come. Can they win it?
No, I'm afraid Jamaica went out at weekend. So we done and dusted now. So that's us. But I don't know. I don't know who's going to win. Don't know if England's going to manage it or New Zealand or Australia really. But we played New Zealand and we created some history, and they were absolutely fantastic with us. I'd just like to say that where I work at Newsham, we have a lady whose husband, her sons, her grandsons play, and she's got MND. I am a friend of Rob Burrows. I know Rob Burrows very well, and Kevin Sinfield, because I've worked around Leeds. But we had, I managed to get a shirt done for Rob.
Brilliant.
And New Zealand and Jamaica have signed that, so I'm hoping to put some back in again and see if we can help some other people within the game.
That would be just brilliant. Thank you so much for your time, Mark. Really appreciate it. And yes, commiserations to Jamaica, because we were talking about it on the programme yesterday as well. Have a fantastic day. Thanks for your time.